Hello, dear readers and listeners. Welcome to Sunday, the 15th of March. Today, I'm going to include an audio excerpt from the article that I wrote over on Medium under a pen name that I use. I quite like and appreciate using the Medium platform because I feel like it's a little less community features, a little more focused on the quality of writing. And granted, there's a lot of slop that's over there as well. I do think that as a writer, it's a nice platform to build anonymously, actually, which is why I like it so much. Anyway, I wrote this article. It's called "The Dead Internet is Alive and Watching." I wrote it back on the 2nd of November in 2025, and this is on bots, burnout, and the quiet death of human connection online. Something feels off about the internet lately. It's not just the ads or the algorithms. It's the hollow echo of engagement that does not feel real. The dead internet theory says most of what we see online isn't even human anymore. And maybe that's a stretch. Or maybe it's the most honest thing anyone said about the state of digital life. I've been posting across various social media platforms for the last years about how the web that once connected us in wonder now feels more like a maze of mirrored hallways filled with sexual predators. The dead internet theory takes that feeling and it turns it into a haunting hypothesis that much of the internet as we know it, the posts, the comments, the chatter, is no longer human. And according to this theory, bots, AI generated content, and automated engagement loops have quietly replaced most real people online. We scroll, we post, we react, but increasingly, we're talking to machines, not to each other. Social media has lost its soul. The idea isn't entirely unfounded. Around 2016, something shifted, at least for me personally. Independent forums vanished, replaced by centralized platforms. Comment sections turned eerily uniform, and the wild, messy human web began to flatten into algorithmic sameness. What once felt like a living ecosystem now feels curated, a feed designed not for expression, but for extraction. And while this theory sounds dystopian, it touches on a truth that many of us feel that much of the internet is used for social media, yet these platforms have grown too superficial, too predictable, too annoyingly commercial, and too dangerous. And the randomness, the serendipity, the weirdness, all of the wonder of using the internet in the first place to connect with others is mostly gone or just largely mistrusted. Of course, not everyone buys into the theory. There's no hard evidence that the bots have entirely taken over the web, but most experts argue that the theory confuses a cultural death for a literal one. The internet didn't die, it was just domesticated. The critics point out that humans haven't disappeared, we've just changed how we interact. Many of us have moved from public posting to private messaging, from open communities to niche, curated circles. It's not that people are gone or leaving the internet, it's that our public spaces have been swallowed by platforms built to commodify our attention. The dead internet is a feeling, so maybe the dead internet isn't a conspiracy at all. Maybe it's a mirror, a reflection of what happens when connection becomes content, when authenticity is algorithmically filtered, and when our human presence online becomes indistinguishable from the noise of automation. We know bots are real. We know algorithms manipulate visibility. But what the theory captures and why it sticks is the grief of losing the human spirit of the web. The version of the internet that was once communal, messy, experimental, and weird. If we take the dead internet theory seriously, not as literal truth, but as emotional truth, then it becomes a call to action. We can't save what's already decayed, but we can evolve how we participate. So this means reducing our dependency on any platforms, all platforms, reclaiming ownership over our data and digital habits, and building smaller, slower, more intentional online communities. It means valuing word of mouth trust over going viral, conversation over content, and privacy over performance. It's about bringing our humanness back online consciously and collectively. Critics may dismiss this theory as paranoia, but even paranoia can be prophetic. when it points to a deeper truth. The internet isn't fully dead, but it's certainly unwell, and it's on life support, pulsing with machine logic, while human voices fade into the background. Our task isn't to mourn it, it's to resuscitate it by remembering that the soul of the internet has never been in the servers or the screens. It's actually in us. Thanks for listening today. I'm wishing you a good week ahead.